What's up guys? Welcome back to Retro Pop Planet, and we're doing it. Today we are doing the filming locations for the 2009 Michael Bay movie Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. We're only doing one location in this video at the Stephen F. Udvar-Hazy Center in Chantilly, Virginia, and it's right next to Dulles Airport, so let's go.
Really say fine friends today.
Welcome to the Stephen F. Udvar-Hazy Center. It's part of the Smithsonian. We're starting out here in the parking lot because this is where the gang first shows up. And over John and Megan's shoulder, you see the sign for parking lot section B3, and that's right over here in front of me. Hard to see because of the way the sun is shining, but you see the B3. And over their shoulder, you see a little red tower, and that's this right here. It's an emergency call box. In the movie it's red, it's now blue, and the little graphic that was on the signpost is no longer there. They must have used some sort of a wide angle shot lens because it looks much more compressed. But they filmed it right around here, and this is great because it's pretty early in the morning. They are just opening up, but I would imagine they filmed it right around this area here, and this is how you enter. You come in through here, and you have to pay to park. That's why this is one of the museums where it's $15 to get in here. It's free entry, but it's $15 to park. And over Shia's shoulder, you actually see this, and this is the museum here. So this scene in the movie is pretty prominent, and it's a bit of a slow burn, but then the action is just non-stop, and the camera is pivoting and rotating virtually 360 degrees. I took a number of screenshots during this entire scene, and it was hard for me to even keep up. I don't know how good of a shot for shot I'm gonna be able to do inside, but I'm gonna try to get as many angles as they did during the movie. So let's go ahead and get inside and see our old buddy Jetfire. Spoiler alert, rest in peace. Jetfire died so Prime could live.
Yo, Papa, bad news, bro.
All right, here's the Space Shuttle Discovery hallway, and they're lining up around here. Now, the one thing I'm wondering, is there a restroom around here? Because they dip into the restroom. I have a feeling I know where that restroom is. I don't think it's down here, but we're gonna check. Some of the exhibits are different. There looks like there was a door there, but it's been bricked over. But the display in front of it has changed. We need to talk a little bit about bathrooms. The scenes with Leo, Spitz, and the security guard as they run around the IMAX theater and into the restrooms look like they were shot on location, but they don't exist, at least in any of the public-facing areas of the museum. Maybe they were filmed in an employee-only area, but I think it's more likely they were filmed on a set. Go out on a limb and say that the bathroom scenes were not filmed here. They probably were on a soundstage. The flight suits and helmets in the museum are all in glass protected cases. It's also a pretty weird jump cut from the shuttle hangar to the IMAX theater. The real IMAX theater is right at the entrance to the museum, about 100 yards in the opposite direction. So I'm just gonna interject here again, and this is why they filmed the movie here, because of IMAX. I actually read online that they use several different IMAX cameras when they were filming this movie. And I've been to multiple IMAX movies here over the years, and I'm gonna put a list somewhere up here. They've all been so much fun. Watching a movie here in IMAX, and especially IMAX 3D, is awesome. For some reason, I completely missed this movie though, so I did not see this in IMAX. And when I first watched it in the regular theater, I was baffled at why they filmed it, and you'll see why in the scene coming up. Shy comes ducking and running through here. And that rocket and missile sign is still exactly the same. Another scene you can basically line up shot for shot. You can see the Air France Concorde and the Clipper here. But the camera was angled like right around here somewhere. And Wheelie pops out of Michaela's bag. Scene you get right here in front of the Concorde's wheels. Except it's the front undercarriage looking back in the other direction. The camera then pans up. So we need to now go up here to the upper catwalk because there's a scene where the camera is actually positioned up here looking down. I'm wondering now that I'm up here that maybe they just put a crane in because there is no catwalk here. I was mistaken. The catwalk runs on this side. So they probably were either set up a camera here, which you can't quite get the same angle of that shot. Getting that exact angle, which would probably be over here somewhere, would probably have been a crane, which they would have just put down here. As they're walking through the hangar scanning for the Autobot Seeker, they pass in front of the Enola Gay and a P-47. Here's another scene where you can line up almost exact. And John Turturro is standing like right about where my finger is. And then Wheelie gets a positive read. The SR-71 Blackbird, aka Jetfire. Then there's an overhead shot with a P-40 Warhawk in frame, and the camera pans to the right, overlooking Jetfire. So as soon as you walk in, you can see how impressive this is, but the first thing you actually see when you step to the railing is the SR-71 Blackbird, Jetfire. Let's go check them out.
This guy's a legend, like the chairman of the board.
And Megan gets up underneath there to look to see the Autobot insignia, which of course doesn't exist in real life. As Jetfire transforms, the team races to get out of the way. They run by these display cases. Camera would have been positioned up here on this catwalk in another scene where they're running. Let's see if I can get to that point. It would have been right around here looking over the edge. They surrender right here. Right before they open the hangar doors, again, I think the camera was up here because they overlook this balcony. And Jetfire rips open those hangar doors. During the scene where Jetfire blasts through the bay doors is so laughable. The audience in my theater just erupted with laughter because we all know on the other side of those doors is not the desert. In fact, this is what you see. So here are those doors, and instead of an airplane graveyard, this is probably, you know, where they bring the actual airplanes in to the hangar facility. Those scenes were actually filmed at the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base Aircraft Boneyard in Tucson, Arizona. They could have filmed at the Pima Air and Space Museum, also in Tucson, and they do have an SR-71 Blackbird on display, but I really think it was as simple as the IMAX deal. Okay guys, just coming back into the room, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. This is a fun location and I've been wanting to do this episode for a long time. I recently went back and revisited all 3 movies and they are ridiculous, but also like ridiculously fun. My only complaint with the movie is the same complaint that I had back then, is sometimes the action is a little too fast. It's hard to understand what's going on, and the technology of the time, it holds up, but it's still a little blurry in parts. Also, the movies are too long, let's be honest. I could have seen this broken out in modern day with a TV series as well as a movie to accompany the story. But that's it. If you're looking to go back for some old school fun, these are gonna definitely do you fine. I remember being super excited about it when they first came out. Oh, and I've been working on my Optimus Prime impression. Here we go. Sam! And it was a lot of fun to visit our buddy Jetfire. Rest in peace, Jetfire. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button. Let me know if you have a favorite character or if you have a favorite movie in this series. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.